Lakeland Public Television's Common Ground is brought to you by the Minnesota Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund.
My name is Paula Swenson, and I'm from Bemidji, and this is my studio, The River of Time. So this is where I paint. I do have lights, a mixture of incandescent and fluorescent lights, but I really like the natural light, so I usually have my easel kind of over where I can get the most light in this corner. This is a painting I'm working on. I call it Cloud and Her Calf, and the spots in the cows, the cow and the calf are imaging the clouds in the sky. This is a color wheel. I'm sure everyone that's been through grade school has seen a color wheel. And I use this to find which colors I want to use in a painting. So in this painting, I wanted to use kind of a red-violet. So if you look on the back of this, this talks about triad colors, tetrad, and complement and split complement. What I often use is the triad colors. So the violet and the orange and the green are on 3 parts of the color wheel. So that's what I'm probably going to do. I start with a wash and just wash the color on. And then I've covered the whole entire canvas with the colors I think I want. Different colors react differently next to each other. So you really need to get them on the canvas and see how they're going to react with each other. At this point in my painting, I just use a really watery wash. I'm not going to use any medium yet. My influences include the Expressionists, the Fauves, Cezanne, Paula Swenson Becker. I began painting with my mother. My mother's an artist, and you know, that was the only thing I ever wanted to be, was an artist. From the time people first started asking me that, what do you want to be? I want to be an artist. I will get into more detail as I progress in the painting. The details are really about the last thing that go on. These are some examples of the process. So this is where we are right now. This is just a wash, and let's see this one. Here's where I have the entire board covered, so I can start comparing the colors and how they're working together. Now I'm starting to build up the surface, and the colors are getting a little stronger. I've adjusted the gray in the sky and started playing with some different shapes. And then finally, I try to keep the color moving around the canvas. So I've got purple clouds, and I think I'm going to paint some of these trees purple too. People are really attracted to the colors in my work. I think it's what gets the attention first, and then maybe the subject matter second. If I'm doing something other than landscape, I will sit down and brainstorm and write down what I'm thinking about, and then I will go back to each individual word that I've written down and free associate with that word. Several years ago in the winter time, I was imagining a summer room, and I decided I'd paint that room, a room with trees in it and a window, and the name of the painting is Behind My Eyes, which is in my head. and I have a little bit of summer inside my head in the middle of winter. After I come up with an idea what I want to paint, then I gather resources together, either go out and take photographs or have someone pose for me. And then I'll start drawing, and I draw directly on the canvas, and this is vine charcoal. It's soft. You can buy different grades of it, soft to harder, but I prefer the soft. So you can kind of see here, I had the cow's leg out here further, and then I decided that didn't look right, so I just erased it and redrew it. So it's a good tool for painters. We've got blue-violet in the sky, so I want to make a gray. I want to gray out the blue-violet. So if I look, its complement is yellow-orange. So I'm going to take just a little bit of yellow-orange and mix it with the blue-violet, and that will give me a shade of gray. Sometimes I have to live with the painting for a few days before I decide what a color is going to be. My painting is about color, line, and movement.
If you enjoyed this segment of Lakeland Public Television's Common Ground, consider making a contribution at lptv.org.